Are you ready to unlock the secrets of building life-changing habits while ditching the bad ones? Welcome to the world of Atomic Habits by James Clear, a groundbreaking guide to making tiny changes that lead to extraordinary results. The book kicks off by revealing the power of small, consistent actions. Clear introduces the concept of atomic habits, tiny behaviors that compound over time to produce remarkable results. Chapter 1: The Fundamentals: Why Tiny Changes Make a Big Difference. This chapter introduces the idea that success isn't about setting big goals but about focusing on systems. Clear uses the ice cube analogy. Raising the temperature from 28 F to 31 F doesn't melt the ice, but that one jump to 32 F causes a dramatic shift. Habits work the same way. Change is gradual until it suddenly becomes noticeable. Clear's takeaway? Focus on improving your systems, not chasing goals. Chapter 2: How your habits shape your identity, and vice versa. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. Clear explains how habits are deeply tied to your identity. He shares the story of two people trying to quit smoking. One says, "I'm trying to quit," while the other says, "I'm not a smoker." The second person's identity shift makes success more likely. The lesson? Build habits that align with who you want to become. Chapter 3: The 4 Laws of Behavior Change. Clear unveils the 4 laws of behavior change: make it obvious, make it attractive, make it easy, and make it satisfying. He shares stories to illustrate these principles, like how supermarkets strategically place products to influence purchasing decisions. By tweaking your environment, you can guide yourself toward better habits. Chapter 4: Make it obvious. This chapter dives into the first law: make it obvious. Clear discusses habit stacking, a technique where you pair a new habit with an existing one. For example, after brushing your teeth, you might do 10 push-ups. He also shares the story of a doctor who saved lives by implementing a simple checklist in hospitals, a powerful example of making crucial actions obvious. Chapter 5: Make it attractive. Clear introduces the concept of temptation bundling, combining a habit you want with a habit you enjoy. He shares the example of engineer Ronan Byrne, who only allowed himself to watch Netflix while exercising on a stationary bike. The key takeaway? Link your habits to rewards to make them irresistible. Chapter 6: Make it easy. This chapter highlights the importance of reducing friction. Clear explains how the Japanese TV manufacturer Panasonic made remote controls easier to use by designing them with fewer buttons. He also emphasizes the 2-minute rule, suggesting that any habit should start small, like opening a book instead of reading a chapter. Simplicity drives consistency. Chapter 7: Make it satisfying. The final law focuses on immediate rewards. Clear shares the example of financial advisor Trent Dursmid, who used paper clips to track his daily calls. Moving a paper clip after each call created a satisfying visual cue of progress. The message? Make success tangible and enjoyable. Chapter 8: Advanced Tactics: How to go from being merely good to truly great. Clear explores how to master habits by finding your Goldilocks zone, challenging yourself just enough to stay motivated without feeling overwhelmed. He uses the story of top athletes who maintain their edge by continually striving for slight improvements. Excellence is about finding joy in the process of improvement. Chapter 9: The Role of Family and Friends in Shaping Your Habits. Clear explains how social norms influence habits. He shares the story of Laszlo Polgar, who raised his daughters to become chess prodigies by creating an environment where excellence was the norm. The takeaway? Surround yourself with people who embody the habits you want to adopt. Chapter 10: How to Find and Fix the Causes of Your Bad Habits. Clear uncovers the triggers behind bad habits. He tells the story of how soldiers in Vietnam broke their drug addiction simply by changing environments. By removing cues and replacing them with positive alternatives, you can eliminate harmful behaviors. Chapter 11: Walk slowly, but never backward. This chapter reinforces the importance of consistency over perfection. Clear shares the story of a photography professor who divided students into two groups, one graded on quality, the other on quantity. Surprisingly, the quantity group produced better photos because they learned through practice. The lesson? Consistency beats occasional brilliance. Chapter 12: The Truth About Talent, When Genes Matter and When They Don't. Clear discusses how habits align with your natural abilities. He tells the story of swimmer Michael Phelps, whose physical attributes gave him a natural edge. The key is to play to your strengths while building habits that amplify them. Chapter 13: How to Stay Motivated in Life and Work. Clear introduces the plateau of latent potential, the idea that results often lag behind effort. He shares examples of persistence paying off, like the bamboo tree that grows 90 feet in 5 weeks but spends years developing roots. Success is about showing up consistently, even when progress seems invisible. Chapter 14: The Downside of Creating Good Habits. Even good habits can lead to complacency. Clear warns against falling into autopilot mode and encourages continual self-reflection. The story of a weightlifter who reinvented his training routine to overcome stagnation illustrates the importance of adapting.